Welcome to Grit with Wisdom. This is the podcast that delves deep into the inner psyche of mountain bikers from all aspects of our sport in order to discover the tools and the tactics that can help us have more fun out on the trails more often. Our aim here is to help you understand what it takes to push our own personal boundaries in the sport we love from a mental and emotional perspective. Today on the show, we're here at Wismas for Whistler Bike Park Open in 2023. I'm super excited because today we're doing another Voice of the People episode of the podcast, and we're armed with a bunch more thought-provoking questions that are sure to provide some interesting answers. So with no further ado, let's go rip into it. Right on, guys, let's do this. So we're here today, opening day at Whistler Bike Park. I want to know, are you guys faster when you're riding at like your 100%? Or maybe when you're riding at like 80 or 90%?
90.
90%? What about for you?
Like 90. Yeah.
80 or 90, for sure.
I'd say probably my first day I'll be riding like 80 or 90%, but tomorrow it'll probably be 100%.
I'm always in my 100%, always trying to push hard,
Should I use your glasses though? I can't see.
Me just
100%, yeah, definitely faster. I'm not a racer, I'm more of a free ride rider, but more confidence and, always giving it your best is the way to go.
Can't ride at 100%. It's impossible. I'm always a 200.
always a 200. I was about to say me too, but I'm always a 50% guy.
I think I'm faster when I'm giving it.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, probably when I'm giving it 100%.
I'm definitely faster at 100%.
Awesome, going all out. I love it.
On opening day, I'm very conservative the first run. That was just my very first run. I've been coming opening day for I don't know how many years. I live a mile that way.
Fantastic, good for you.
A little more conservative this year. I had both knees replaced in January.
Okay. And then you're back at the park for opening day.
It's a tradition to come on opening day.
Congratulations, that's goals right there. Good job.
Yeah.
Give it 100%.
Oh, very clearly 90%. Like I used to race a long time ago and that just pushed me too fast and I kept crashing and breaking stuff. So definitely taking a step back, my 100% is just too far.
It depends which run it is.
Totally depends which trail.
Warm up for sure.
I would say 100% whenever possible.
Definitely when you're giving out about 100%. But when you're riding 80% and then you get more and more and more, then definitely you'll ride maybe 120% or something like that, yeah.
Oh, 80 or 90, yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely riding at a less percentage, definitely going a lot faster, because when you're at 100, you just start screwing up. Get all over the place and loose isn't fast.
Yeah, dude, good answer. That kind of leads straight into the next question here. I'm sure you two have heard the saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. But I want to know, is slow actually smooth?
Shotgun.
Slow's smooth, but slow's not fun. Going fast, throwing yourself around, getting a little wild is the way to do it. That's how you have the best time in the bike park.
Very slow is the opposite of smooth. It is better to go fast. It will absorb all the bumps.
Sometimes. On some trails, yes.
Okay, good answer. What about for you?
Yeah, it depends the type of trail if you're going on. You want to go smooth and fast.
Smooth and fast. Yeah, you got to get to that trail speed to make it smooth, right?
Yeah.
Depends how I'm riding that day. Sometimes yes, sometimes it's all over the map.
Well, yeah, it is smooth, but what's the whole point, right?
No, never heard of it?
Nah, I never heard of that one.
I'm getting to my question, is slow smooth?
No. Slow is bad in all the above. No matter what. We don't go slow. Not in Whistler at least. Not in Whistler.
Not at Whistler, man. I agree. You got to go trail speed to make this stuff smooth.
Always trail speed, man. Yeah. Always.
Fantastic.
Is slow smooth?
Yeah.
No, you got to get the gaps over all the rough stuff to make it smooth, and you got to go fast.
Yeah, I guess it can be.
Can be, for sure.
Going fast is fun.
Probably not, bud, because I'm usually casing shit, but...
Fast and loose. Just send it.
I think it can depend on the trail you're riding and what you're doing. Sometimes when it feels slow, it's actually faster. Kind of like when people first start skiing, they're fighting with the skis. They do the same biking. You're fighting with the bike. Then all of a sudden one day you work with the bike.
I think a little bit more speed here helps just to, there's so much already, we are all in the season, it's already so pretty bumpy. So I actually quite like going a bit faster to just keep momentum and keep flowing above rough stuff.
If you could give someone some advice, maybe it's their first day in the park today.
Yeah.
I want to know, should they be learning how to crash, right? Or learning how not to fall?
I don't know, what's crashing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Stay on the bike at all costs. Fantastic.
Learn how not to fall.
Yeah, wise man. What about for you?
Like, just don't crash at all.
I definitely say correct technique. Don't anticipate falling. I mean, try to avoid it at all costs.
Totally.
It's not fun.
Yeah, we don't want to plan for that. I agree.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn though. You gotta learn you gotta learn how to take a tumble. You gotta learn to curl up, right? You can't just be, pancaking yourself into walls and stuff. You gotta learn how to take a tumble.
But I just think technique's more important than that, Jack, right?
It's a good debate. That's why I ask it. So here's a question. If we are learning how to crash, how do I crash? How do I do that technique?
Oh, I never learned. I'm just saying people should learn because I don't want them to turn out like me. Busted hips, busted knees, busted rips. I'm pretty messed up. I'm always injured.
So you wish you could maybe tuck and roll a little more?
I wish I could tuck and roll a lot more, yeah.
Definitely, you gotta learn how to crash, but I mean, as the other guy said, you learn while crashing, so I mean, it's just a process, just trust it, and don't do dumb shit.
Trust the process, don't do dumb shit. That's some wise words right there.
I'd say I learned how to crash well, and that's pretty big. I mean, for me at least, crashing is one of the most important things. If you don't know how to crash, then you're in for a long ride. Like, knowing how to crash is pretty important, but also learning how to not crash is very important. So, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. You learn them both at the same time almost,
Learn how not to fall.
Oh, definitely correct technique, because you don't want to crash anyway. It's going to fucking ruin your season.
I'd say learn how to crash. Honestly, I feel like falling is how you're learning more. Like, if you fall, there's always something to improve.
And how do you fall?
I mean, I've had some good falls. I've had some bad falls.
I think it's better to learn the correct techniques not to fall, but also to trust your bike. Like, the bike will take care of you, and don't look where you don't want to go.
Learn the correct techniques so they don't fall.
You actually learn how not to crash. If it's your first day in the park, go with someone who knows the park, or go take a lesson.
Learn how not to fall.
Yeah, man.
Learn how not to fall and really focus on the basic techniques, like just park riding, like actual car park riding, just like basic flat movements to help figure out how bike works. That's absolutely my advice.
Definitely the correct techniques not to fall.
Learn the technique first, basics first.
I would say learn how to crash, because it's going to happen. If you learn not to fall, it's still going to happen. So
100% technique, yeah. Take it slow and steady, yeah.
Hey, I got a bonus for you here. If you could be any pro rider for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh, any pro rider. I'm going to have to say my good friend 𝗬𝗹𝗆𝗺 or Griffin Paulson. Those two guys are pretty rad.
I'll be Sam Pilgrim.
Salmonuk, probably.
Eric Fedko, because he's really cool and he wears white baggy pants and they're really steezy.
I think 𝗦𝗾𝗂𝗺, just because she's awesome both riding, but she's also super talented as an artist, and I have none of those skills, so I'd like to have them.
Mine would be just like Jackson Goldstone, just like how fast he is and like how steezy he is. Like, I would just choose him.
Oh yeah, Jackson is living the dream, that's for sure. What a guy.
Brendan Semnuk.
Oh yeah.
Brendan Semnuk. I just like him, and I met him a couple of times, so it's just cool.
He's passed now, but Jordy Lund.
I think I'd be 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃. There's he's got that pink torque, that downhill build torque. That's my favorite bike I've ever seen. And there's just something about his style. The Chaos style just trumps anyone else's. He's just on top.
It's chaotic for sure. That'd be one hell of a day.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about for you?
I want to say a racer, but I think it'd be 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃, the biking Viking. That guy's just, I don't understand how he sends so hard.
Aaron Gwyn, for the money.
For the money.
Oh, probably Emil Johansson.
Probably one of the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 brothers, just because they send so fucking hard over in Poland.
I would be Johan Borelli, because he's been my favorite mountain biker since forever.
Sam Pilgrim, because I've grown up watching his YouTube videos, so.
If I could be one pro rider for a day, I'd have to say it's the late great Steve Smith.
That's gonna get back to some history. That's 𝗦𾾃💾💴🐺.
Oh, I love the work that ཙ𝗽𝗴 does. I just love his videos and his attitude and the cool places that he showcases.
What's up, guys? Just one more thing before you hit the trails. If you enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to subscribe and don't be a stranger. I'd love to hear from you about any topics or any particular episodes that you enjoyed, and even about any guests that you'd like to hear me have on the show in the future. You can find me on Instagram at _mind_mountain. This podcast, mountain biking, and mindset are all things that are very close to my heart, so I feel super grateful to be able to share these conversations with you. So much love to you all for taking the time to listen. I'll see you next time.